everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld. Man, oh man, guys, I just came back from a load of yard work, so I am ready to get some R&R and get back on into this game. So, what were we doing next? I know, right off the bat, let's go ahead and actually talk about the slag refinery, and the crematorium, because those are the two of the biggest things that I actually want to work on right now. And, unfortunately, one of the biggest issues that I found about at least the crematorium, is that it needs stone to be built. Either needs stone to be built or needs stone to run. Let's go ahead and double check that. Yes, it is stone to be built. I can't believe I totally missed that, but I was reminded that by Gamer Girl. So we need to get that, table going for us. Did we have a stonecutter's table before the crematorium the last time we built it? Like in the last colony? Maybe we just got lucky and got like some stone drops or something like that, because I'm pretty sure that we did not build one of those things. So obviously because of that, one big thing that we're going to work on is the stonecutter's room. It sucks because I don't really have a good spot that I would love to build it. You know what would be a cool thing for the future of RimWorld? If they would make it so that when you, like, build a table, like let's say, the slag refinery, if you got, like, 6 people together, they could go ahead and lift that thing and carry it somewhere else. I don't know if it would work with the slag refinery. I imagine it wouldn't work with the crematorium, because I imagine that's something that actually isn't portable at all. But something like the research table, I could see that being movable, probably not the comms table, but some items in game. That would be really nice if you could actually transfer them to a position. But let's go ahead and actually think about this. Honestly, it would be nice to put it like right here so we can continue working our way downwards, but I think it would be much smarter and much more efficient to go ahead and put it down here. We could just put it out. You know what? No. This is what we're going to do. Let's, no, not place down something. We're going to cancel this, and I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to put it somewhere up here, because we've already got all this, all of this stone right up there, so I think what we'd want to do is we'd plan for probably having, like, that space be the room, with the setup, with the table and all that. So let's plan on putting the table right about there. If the wall is up top, in that position, then, it would probably, where is it? Do we need to research stone cutting? Oh my god, we do! Okay, well, looks like we're not getting the crematorium set up anytime soon. Let's actually get the game running. I spent way too long with the game paused there, but, I think for good reasons, since there was a lot that we were kind of discussing and figuring out. We've got a combat supplier. We do have a pistol that we could sell, but why do I have the feeling that someone actually dropped one between the last fight, and that's probably that one? Was it Freya? But no, we're selected on Freya right now. We are trying to recruit someone new anyway, so I think no matter what happens, it probably would be a smart idea to hold on to that pistol. Miss B is getting close to a mental break. What is up with that? Obviously observing the corpses. Since they're so local, it pains me to do this, since it's so local and it's going to be quite a long time now before we actually get the crematorium finished. I think it, would make a hell of a lot of sense for us to start actually getting additional graves down. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, so place down 6 graves right now. Let's go ahead and cancel that one because it's freaking ugly 1 step higher. We could get rid of the berry bushes. We don't need the berry bushes down there anymore. We've got enough sources of food as the time is being, or however you'd say that. Messing up my speech because I'm so freaking worn out. Miss B, Missy, what do you have to do? Harvesting potato plant. Okay, so Missy is still just going to work on the food stuff for right now, so I think I would definitely rather have Missy go ahead and, strip all these people and then just go ahead and haul them for the meantime. Missy shouldn't be nearing a mental break herself, at least not anytime soon, so I think Missy can kind of handle this kind of thing for the time being, especially since her mental rate is actually still holding out surprisingly well. Holy cow, we got a free person. That is really nice right now. This person is naked too, so that'll give something for that shirt to actually be used for. And they actually have a pistol equipped. I didn't know people could have pistols equipped while they're incapacitated. Do we need a bed for that person then? Or I'm pretty sure we do need to actually recruit that person. But just in case, we can just put them into a sleeping pod. Let's go ahead and put one right about there outside. If it doesn't work, we'll get rid of them. Sass, once you are done eating, you could go ahead and work on that. Missy, you're going to continue working on these graves. So let's go ahead and keep an eye on both of them. Sass, wonderful. Thank you very much, my good lady. So all the way over here. Oh, there's also another steam geyser. I probably noticed that before and just forgot. But that's pretty cool. It is... Okay, yeah, there's definitely enough space between it and the edge of the map that we can actually pick that up. Oh, shoot! Combat suppliers probably buy frickin' shells or whatever they're called. So let's go ahead and check that for the time being. Miss B is our negotiator. Miss B is asleep right now. So we're actually going to have Miss B do this right away. We'll turn that on. Get time moving once again. Freya, let's actually get rid of the corpses before you actually, work on building the areas more. I think it's probably smarter to get rid of them as fast as possible. No, not clean. Probably smartest to get rid of them ASAP so we actually don't have to worry about it. So the negative impact will go down based on how many corpses are actually there. Okay, Miss B should have gotten enough sleep. Yeah, definitely. Full rest. So Miss B, you're going to go ahead and call this West Traders person. Hopefully we'll be able to sell those shells. No! That's... Oh, wait. They have 2 people here. But they... And we can sell them the weapons. This must not be... That must be a slave trader. So let's try interplanetary. There we go! Oh, they're still buying it for 4 apiece? No, 2, because it's on that side. I don't know how I always forget that. Somehow I always seem to forget that. But you know what? 2 apiece is still pretty good. Apparently that's them buying it for very cheap, which is... kind of BS, but you know, we'll sell them more later on. 296 silver is perfectly fine. In fact, let's go ahead and buy 5 of those. That'll even out the cash that we'll get coming in, but you know, I think it's high time that we actually got some of those things because we have never used med packs before, and I believe that they actually are relevant in this patch of the game. We have actually set this guy for recruitment, correct? Not thoughts. Yes, friendly chat and try to recruit. Apparently he's still in an absolutely horrid mood, which is disappointing, to say the least, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, someone definitely doesn't have a pistol, and it's Wolfgang. That's who it was. So let's go ahead and pick up that one. That means that is an extra pistol, but especially seeing as we have 1 extra additional person now, I think, it makes a hell of a lot more sense just to continue on, you could go ahead and strip that person now, and then hold that person. But I think it makes sense for us to keep a hold on that pistol, mainly because, let's haul that, and then we can, bury this person. But yeah, that basically, since we have 2 new people coming in, potentially, in the future, I think it makes sense that we should hold on to that pistol. It is starting to get damaged, which is a little bit unfortunate, and who has the dude? Okay, it's Sass. There we go. So Sass is actually starting to bring her in and bringing her into a prisoner bed. So it's unfortunate, but I think we should actually go ahead and sell this thing because we totally don't need it. Something bad did just happen, though. Let's go ahead and see what it is. Had a mental break and has gone on a rampage. Of course, it's that frickin' person in there. Okay, honestly, let's hope they die. So we'll have Wolfgang Melee, that dude or dudette in there? What is that? Sass, you go ahead and do whatever you want, because you deserve happiness right now. Seeing as you just did a very good thing in bringing that person all the way to us. We'll actually try to recruit and friendly chat as well. Wolfgang is actually pretty wounded, but I think... Oh, actually, it's 35 to 20, so let's bring Lucky in there. Might as well. Oh, wonderful! Wolfgang is... Oh, for a second I thought Wolfgang was dead. Okay, colonist needs rescue. Probably really should have used someone else. I actually cannot believe he actually was incapacitated in that fight, but that's 100% my bad. Can we please either incapacitate or kill this frickin' jerkwad here? No, Lucky, you're not gonna fire from that. Okay, good, the person's dead. I actually prefer that, believe it or not. It's gonna be nice to not have to worry about that frickin' person. It's always such... And we just gave Wolfgang the pistol back. That's kind of silly. But let's see. Freya is near a mental break. Miss B appears to be okay, so let's go ahead and have Miss B set up this next grave that we'll obviously need now, so we could get, the next person. I mean, so we can work our way towards recruiting this person, and that she won't lose her sanity anytime soon. At least, hopefully. So you could go ahead and get to work on that, Miss B. My good old lady. Sucks that Wolfgang's incapacitated again, though. Like I said, we literally, like, just gave him the gun, so... definitely my fault about that. Lucky is working on that now. Okay, Lucky, please work your way down there, my good sir. And then he is grabbing the body. Wonderful. What do we have here? Trader is passing by. A combo? Wait. A loner? Oh, from... Okay. So that's someone from somewhere passing by. I thought that said it was that they were a trader or something. Awesome! Research has been finished. Now we actually definitely need to work on stone cutting, since it is very, very crucial to us to get that frickin' crematorium built. I seriously cannot believe I forgot to build that thing. Our battery supply is still heavily in the positive, so it's gonna take us, oh, shoot. Was that it? Wow! Sass is actually a lot faster at getting metal with that thing than I thought she would be. Oh, and this is another suggestion that Gamer Girl said to me that we should totally do. We need to decrease the ingredient search radius. Isn't there a way to actually see how big the circle is? Let's close for now and actually zoom out like that. Will that allow us to be able to see it? No, because this freaking text thing is in the way. Okay, well, if we zoom in then and actually go down like that and then go ahead and try checking it out. There we go. Okay, that's what we needed. So we're gonna make it probably about that big. The unfortunate thing about that is, of course, that means it'll pick up anything that's like over here or something like that. But we want her to just, we want Sass or anyone else who's going to be doing the crafting with this thing to be picking it up from the stockpile zones that we'll put in here. And in all honesty, looking at this room, we'll probably extend it a little bit farther than it is. We'll probably make it like that big because we need bigger places for all of those. So we'll probably just make like this area of the room specified specifically for those stockpile zones and all that, because really only a 9-block spot. Well, there is also this one. I don't know. Maybe we'll see how it goes. And to be completely honest, actually, if we do plan for that, that means that would create more space and be nicer, because we could also put the stonecutter's table in there. So you know what? I think that's actually what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get to mining work. We are going to mine out that portion right there. That means we'll have 1 block between those things. Expand, like, it should... I think the stonecutter's table is also 3 blocks. So how big this room is going to be is that's going to be 1 block, then the extra 3 for the stonecutter's table, 1 for the light, and then it will go down like that. And of course we'll have it closed off, so as enemies can't sneak in, like we have done to prepare for that kind of thing before. So we do have someone who's number 1 with crafting? Yes, we do. Awesome. We have a number 1 and a number 2, so that's really cool. We definitely need, or want a lot of people using the slag refinery for that kind of thing. We could actually set it up. It might be a good idea to set it up to the max radius, though, because otherwise, until stuff is put into these stockpile zones, they're not going to grab any of that slag, but could also just select for them to haul the slag as well, especially seeing as there's a lot in there. So you know what, let's go ahead. Actually, no, here's a good way to do it. We need to mark things to be carried. So let's actually get rid of the slag chunks that are in there. We'll select this stuff to be hauled out, any of the stone in here, which I think is actually everything. So we'll get all the stone removed, and then we'll also select all of the slag in here to be removed. That'll be a nice way to hopefully actually kind of swap what's in each area. Is this slag? That is also slag. Okay. So that's rock and that's rock. I think everything else is technically slag. So let's also mark the rest of all of that. Looks like we actually have a ton of slag. Oh, we actually moved the ones that are over there, so that would definitely be a big part of, the extra slag that was kind of chilling around. But yeah, that'll be good. That'll give us a lot more in our, to use in the refinery, I think. So that should be very, very positive for us. We can also go ahead and finally mine all that out. So hopefully that'll make this room a little bit less hideous. I think the carpet should balance it out, but this would be a really ugly room for the time being, seeing as it's got frickin' the dirt everywhere, rocks all over the place, and half of it isn't even, like, fully built or anything like that. That's also a mark for any of the extra rock in these rooms to be hauled to their specific locales. So that'll all be good. Research finished for stone cutting! Wonderful! The research is starting to be finished, like, at an incredibly rapid pace. Then we'll do the fertilizer pump, not comp. I don't even know what that frickin' means. Why am I opening the overview? I don't need to do that. What do we have here? A roof has collapsed. Okay, luckily nothing was crushed, so we don't need to worry about that. The slag is starting to be brought in, which means we're going to get a small but steady slag supply. Looks like we actually get like around 7 or 8 for each piece of slag we put into the refinery, but still, that's gonna add up. That's gonna add up and be really, really good. So let's see what Cess brings us. It's 8 now, 15, yeah, so that's 7 right there. So, I'm happy with those numbers. I'm actually really happy with those numbers, but of course they could be a little bit better. The sad thing is now, we actually don't want to have all the stone in this room right here. We actually want it to go back into the other one. So let's go ahead and we'll probably, in all honesty, just extend those zones. So let's kind of make them go a little bit longer. This one down here can also go longer, and it'll cover that area of the floor. I think what we'll do is we'll actually sell that lamp, so let's mark it to cover that whole area. Delete zone, delete that zone right there. We'll leave that one just as the space it's set up and have them function like that. That won't hold a hell of a lot of stuff for us, but I think it'll definitely hold enough. So we could go ahead and mark those for both of those spots again. I think we'll still keep all of... Actually, you know what? It doesn't really make sense for us to keep that zone anymore, so I think it's high time we deleted that. We'll leave all those rocks there for now, because we don't really need to haul any of those rocks over there when they should be going in here, and I think that'll be pretty good for us. We can now build stone walls as well, so coolio. Oh, we also got the mechanoid table. Holy cow, maybe I should make this a little bit longer in addition. This could just be like the workroom, which I think would actually be a really cool setup. So for the time being... we'll plan on expanding it later, which is kind of funny because now I think we should keep that lamp there, and maybe we'll go ahead, just to make the room a little bit brighter, we'll go ahead and add a furniture. We'll go ahead and add one up on that side as well. That means we're going to completely rework these zones once again, so let's cancel that zone, and then stockpile zones, select you, expand like that. Yeah. That'll be how we'll set this up, I think, because I think that's going to be frickin' glorious. Once we want to, which honestly probably will be before too long, we'll actually go ahead and sell that wall, expand it once again a little bit farther, so we could have this be our official big ol' workspace room, which would be absolutely amazing for us, I think. So, what would be a good thing to do next? I wonder how much the mechanoids give us. That would be a cool thing to figure out. We do also have 2 pistols in there now, although one of those might be Wolfgang's. Yeah, one of those is Wolfgang's since he's still hurt. So let's actually, before I forget, we'll let him eat first, but then once he's done with his meal, let's go ahead and give him that pistol, then he could go ahead and do whatever he wants. So, coolio. Things are actually looking pretty nice for us right now. We're starting to get a very, effective sustainability in our base coming here. Let's also grab all the slag that we see chilling around. That's what this episode will be. This is like the slag-focused episode. Because I want metal, essentially. And we also probably should start setting up another position where we'll mine out a lot of metal, because really that's going to be the fastest method for us to gather more metal, of course, as it has been basically like all throughout the game so far, but really the problem is that most of them are very far away. Let's get colored lights next, so of course we'll have that on our side. Trade ship is passing by, a slave trader. I don't think we need to bother with that. How is this lady doing? Oh, she is very, very, very much in the positive, so that makes me happy as well. Whoa, look at all these fires that got started in that thunderstorm! Thank God it looks like our geothermal generator is going to be safe. That's going to be the crazy thing about us expanding this far down. Next time we start a new world, we might want to expand the map size, because by putting our geothermal, like, once we have the geothermal generator actually, like, inside of our base, we're going to be covering, like, more than half of the vertical, like, coverage of the worlds that we're in right now. It's kind of crazy. It's like very crazy. At some point we should go ahead and start destroying these sandbags so we could get those, because we can't sell those. I know I've tried that in the past, but I just wanted to, like, double check because I'm weird that way, I suppose. So where is a good metal supply? There's probably a lot, at least a good amount more that we could gather inside the actual mountain, but unfortunately that's not reliable. I would much rather go ahead and go probably to this one. I was actually considering the one way down here as well, but they both look like they're rather abundant supplies of minerals. So I think either one would work. So let's actually go ahead and we'll mark this one to start mining out, because believe it or not, there actually is still a hell of a lot that we do need to work towards. Let's see what this is. Another group of travelers is coming by. Nice for them. Nice for them to keep us company, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get some bills set up in here. I'm just a bill. I'm only a bill. Let's go ahead and do until we have X. Let's go ahead and make that the usual, like 126. That works fine. I'm fine with having 126. So we'll do it like that. That seems pretty good to me. We'll just use rock chunks. And yeah, that means before too long we should have enough for the crematorium. 0 out of 150 stone, so we'll need a lot of stone before we could get to that. We've gotten our combat supplier and nice! We've got Josephine. That's cool. Always good to have more people, of course. Josephine is also really good at research, but I think we could have her completely forget about that. Let's go ahead and make her our main cleaner. It's a high time we actually had a cleaner on our squad. We could have hauling be number 2 as well, since we don't have someone who mainly does hauling. We don't have someone for research. I don't know if Josephine has a passion for it, but might as well have her do it. Crafting, we can make a 3, just to have someone else do it, I suppose. Hunting can be a 0, then 3 and 3. I think that'll be a nice enough setup for them. I really want someone to clean, so we'll actually... so we won't get the negatives from that, and also someone who really focuses on hauling will also be nice. But we should go ahead and check her stats anyways. Cooking is high! Oh man, cooking is actually really high. We'll probably make her our chef then, so our other people can work on other things. That means we'll probably also get rid of, let's see, where's actually cooking? Cooking is way up there, so let's make her number 1 for cooking. Sass, what does Sass do? Sass is the main crafter, so you don't need to cook anymore, Sass. Well, we could have Sass, we could have that set up for cooking as well. I think it would probably be important to have 2 people on both. Both, so whether if we lose one of them, we'll still have someone who could do that, but also, so, one can do one job while the other one's doing the other, and they probably both have a passion for it, so it makes sense for both of them to work on it. She does not have a passion for crafting, though, so we'll leave crafting blank like that. She didn't have a passion for art either, correct? The artistic only a 3, crafting only a 3. Let's make the art a 3 as well, then. It probably shouldn't work on that stuff, while other people who actually have the passion for it could be, so I think that's how we'll leave that. Especially, okay, good work, cleaning all the blood and all the dust. Definitely a good thing for us to start getting rid of all of that stuff, since it's just going to be taking up a lot of unnecessary space. So cool, mining has started over here, or the mining process has actually been initiated over there. Question is, what do we want to do now? We could set up our mortar zone. That might be cool. If we set up our mortar zone, obviously that means we're putting the wall right there, putting the wall right there. We'll want to put metal tiling down, but we probably don't need metal tiling for a while. That means we can also sell, poop. There's not a proper spot for a door! Oh, should have made this room 1 block longer so the door, would actually fit nicely in the middle. Whatever, we'll do it 1 farther to the left. Actually, no. We'll do it 1 farther to the right. That way, if we want, maybe we could also put an entrance up to this room later on. right there as well, because how will that work? It's going to be 1, 2, 3. No, wait, yeah. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 space, and then the wall. So with the walls right there, I think that's a good enough spot to have that door. Yeah, I'd prefer it like that. So actually, we're going to cancel that because we don't want to open that up right now, but we will open that one up because we're planning to build out that wall. That will also be a no roof zone, so let's go ahead and select that now. Awesome! Colored lights has also been finished, so we're on to shipbuilding. After this, once again, we are actually going to be completely done with our whole crafting set. I mean, with our whole, Oh, God! Through the fire and the flames! Hopefully it's not as difficult to go through that as the song was on GarageBand. Where are you going? Oh, that's not one of our people. That's a random traveler. Okay. Never mind then. Correct? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 7 people in total. That's just so I remember, so I won't have to panic about that later if I try to count the people. So let's actually go ahead and look at our new person, Josephine, because she's completely naked. We need to get her some clothes, both for the defenses and, of course, so she'll actually be decent, I guess. I don't know. Frankly, honestly, I wouldn't really care if all these people walked around. But whatever they want to do, you know? It's their RimWorld. If they're more comfortable naked, as long as everyone's happy with it, go ahead and run around naked for all I care. Where is the doors, the big old doors, structure, of course. So let's put 1 door right there. That block needs to be added before too long. Yeah, not enough resources. That's a little bit scary. Hopefully we'll get those things set up before too long. Another person is visiting the colony. It doesn't really matter all that much. It's just one random tribal person. How are we doing with our factions? Yeah, most of them are still not very happy with us, but at least Billa Vassalo still doesn't hate us. So, and they are enemies with other people as well. I forgot that they're not necessarily friends with each other, you know? It also shows their relationships rather than just dealing with our own. So the crematorium is built! Hell yeah. So let's actually go ahead and cremate corpses. We will set it up to do forever. Now, the only thing is, this and the slag refinery both take power. Let's turn off the slag refinery temporarily. Obviously, we don't need communications on right now as well. What we are probably going to do now is dig up those corpses so we can have someone bury them. And we do that by selling them. So let's do one at a time, so we won't have to worry about putting our people into any, like, critical mental distress or anything. Someone else is passing by. Just all the people are passing by our colony right now. I kind of really don't like it. But I guess it's better than enemies coming at us, so we do have to put that into consideration. Who is a crafter? Because I'm pretty sure the crematorium actually uses crafting as well. Sass! We'll go ahead and use Sass. Where are you, Sass? Sassiel Sassafras. Looks like Sass is outside and coming back. Oh, Sass is actually going to cremate one of those people. That's both good and bad, because obviously I would rather have you focus on that person right there. Thank you, Sass. Very good at handling that, and I appreciate that very much so. So let's actually select for that one to be sold now. And we'll slowly kind of manage that as this stuff carries on, my wayward son. So, let's see. We need colonist beds! Holy cow, how do I always forget this? I am the world's biggest ding-dong, apparently. So, probably isn't the smartest thing to put it in the battery room, especially since we don't have any lights in there right now. But I actually think we have enough power that it would be perfectly fine with, perfectly fine putting one in there. But you know what, actually, I don't want that to be one of the rooms. So let's go ahead and plan just to have someone sleep in there right now. That no one else is sleeping in there, so it'll work perfectly okay. Why did everything get darker? I must have paused the game while, like, thunder was being struck or something. Cremating. You do not need to cremate anyone down there. Cannot haul human corpse, no empty place to store it. Cremate it! That's what I want you to do, Sass! Oh, no. Okay, what if we draft and then undraft? Right-click now? No. What if we right-click the crematorium? Okay. Now we'll... Okay, good. She's going for the local one now. Okay. So that's kind of a weird way for handling that. We have finished all of our research! Allows you to start researching more advanced shipbuilding technologies and eventually build a ship to escape the planet. Okay, never mind. Oh my god! These things take so much research to accomplish. Holy cow. I honestly was not expecting that. But that also does make sense because I knew that there are various pieces to actually completing the ship. Okay, well, allows... God, this text is so small. Allows coercing an existing AI persona into a usable AI computer core for the ship guidance. Okay, so ship computer core, that's going to be what's going to deal with that new random instance that happens in the game. So let's work on that one first. That means eventually, and this should happen eventually, almost certainly, when an alien like computer system / enemy AI lands down and starts messing with our people's mental stability, we're going to want to capture that AI by destroying it and whatever defenses it has, and then we're going to use that piece of research, obviously, to build it, or work towards building it. We actually were already able to build this thing, weren't we? So I guess that research didn't allow us to build anything, it just opened additional paths, so we'll work our way to that thing eventually. It's going to take us quite a long time, though, for sure. How's the mining process going over here? Oh, we've got so much metal. So much metal to use. So let's actually go ahead and start planning out what we want to build next, which I think should definitely be at least one turret in here, especially if we're going to set up all the mortars. So let's see, how do we want this room to go? Oh, there's the fertilizer pump. Only 50 metal. It's pretty cheap, actually, I would say. So let's put an improvised turret. Oh, shoot. I totally forgot that the batteries are there as well, and we don't want the batteries to blow up. So I guess we're going to put the improvised turrets at the bottom for now, probably. Let's put one right there. And then how much are the mortars? 250. Holy cow. Okay. Well, let's get an incendiary going, because that should, I think... It's gonna do less damage initially, but I think it should cause more damage overall, like in the long run. So actually, you know what? Here's how I think we should set it up. If enemies are gonna land, they're most likely to land in the middle. So I actually think we should set the mortars, like, towards the corners of the room. So let's actually, let's actually do it like that. We'll cancel that. We'll set up an incendiary mortar on the bottom left. We'll put another one down there later on. Then we'll also put one up like that and like that in the future. And then we'll also put our improvised turret probably like closer to the middle. So let's do it right about there. Could also put it right there. No matter where it is, it's probably going to blow up with that thing, but we might as well try our hardest to keep that from happening. So let's put it right there. I think that should be a good enough spot for it, hopefully at least. Believe it or not, I would actually really like to have one additional colonist right now as well, because one additional person to, ooh, is actually a body gonna burn? I hope that body burns, because then we won't have to worry about it. Let's also, because we might as well, let's also select to, pick up all that slag that's chilling down there. Is there any other slag? There actually probably should be, seeing as we blew up those turrets, but it does not look like that is indeed the case. Oh well. The body's gone. I was hoping the body... Oh, no, not quite yet. Oh, no, that's a cactus. Yeah, the body was burnt. So, and then I ate the bones. So, I don't know why I made that reference. Let's go ahead and actually get rid of that thing. So we could cremate the next body. That'll be awfully good for us. How much does this have? 75 out of 160. The sad thing is, all of that is going to take a ton of the metal that we got over there. But the good thing about that, I will say, is that we don't really need to worry about power right now at all, because we have so... yeah, we've got more than enough power at this moment. 7 batteries in total, and they're fully charged. Actually, they're even fully charged at night, which is kind of unbelievable. I did not know that 2 geothermal generators was going to be able to power this much. Granted, we do have the slag refinery off at this current moment. And in all honesty, I think we could deal with having those corpses right there for the time being. So let's turn that off and turn our slag refinery on. I think I would rather have us continue getting additional metal for the time being rather than working on the other things. Eventually, we'll also probably set in 2 more hydroponics tables. In fact, let's do that now. just to make sure, because we are slowly getting additional people in our colony. This is just a good way to once again play it safe and make sure that we always have enough food going until we also get that kitchen going there. So, yeah, I think that's actually going to be it for this episode, guys and gals. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.